is going on? I've never seen anything like this in my like. What in actual? Well, I need to check. Apparently, he's talking on he's talking on 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. He's gonna have a speech. I think the market knows something. A dump like this, a dump like this is 1 second. This is unprecedented. This type of thing. What in the actual? China 100% tariffs. Oh, here he is.
We have a lot of big announcements. They're sort of all big announcements, actually. It's wonderful to be in the Oval Office. I think you probably like it the best. You like it the best for press conferences?
You guys want to see what I'm watching? It's all
But
there.
today I'm excited to announce another historic achievement in our quest to lower drug prices for all Americans. Prices have come way down. We've gotten prices way down for groceries, for oil especially. Today we broke $60 a barrel. We think the oil is going to be under $2 a gallon very soon. That's about
Guys, you have no idea.
70% lower than what it was just a year ago. So that's a
Like
big
people
thing.
are messaging me
When
going,
the oil comes down,
"What?
everything comes down. It's
The
pretty beautiful to watch. AstraZeneca, the largest pharmaceutical manufacturer in the United Kingdom, is committing to offer Americans major discounts on their vast catalog of prescription drugs, one of the great companies, by the way, and a most favored nation's pricing clause. So most favored nation is you're going to pay whatever the lowest price anywhere in the world is. That's what you're going to be paying. And I had it going very well in my first term, but we were interrupted.
I mean, the recovery
by, rigged elections,
is insanity,
so I
but
was
some of
unable
these
to
tokens
carry
are.
it forward. We started it, but this was something one of the reasons I wanted to run again was we had to have favored nations where the world is
Yeah,
not
bro,
going to
I
be
think
paying
I'm out of the market. I
just
mean,
a fraction,
what
just a
even
tiny
is this?
fraction
I
of what
have
we were
never,
paying. I want to thank CEO Pascal
and I mean never
Sorio, very highly
in
respected, one of
my
the most
crypto
respected men in
history
business
have
and
I seen
certainly in the
anything like this.
industry,
Even
for
when
joining us today,
FTX
as well as
crashed,
Secretary Howard
this
Lutnick,
didn't happen.
Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., CMS Administrator Mehmet Oz, FDA Commissioner Marty McCary, and Virginia Governor, a man who's done an incredible job. And good luck with the upcoming election. I know you're working very hard. I watch you. You're right there. He's out there working. He wants to see that young woman win, and the Attorney General, who I endorsed, et cetera, et cetera. Glenn Youngkin. Thank you very much, Glenn. Thank you for being here. For many years, Americans have paid the highest prices anywhere in the world for prescription drugs by far, many times the amount that other countries are paying is
He
ridiculous.
put 100%
Upon
tariffs
taking
on
office, I signed an executive order to
um,
make sure that Americans pay no more for
100%
prescription
tariffs on China, and
medications
like
than
including the
the lowest
30%.
price for the same
Supposedly,
drug
I'm trying to
in
find out
other
what is going
locations in
on.
developing
What
nations.
insanity
Today,
is going on right
AstraZeneca
now?
is committing to offer all of their prescription medications to Medicaid at most favored nations prices. In other words, the lowest price anywhere in the world, that's what we get. A move that will save American taxpayers hundreds of millions
Forget
of dollars
American
each
taxpayers,
year.
bruh.
And I tell
Forget,
the story, Glenn, that
forget
in my
American
first term,
taxpayers,
I
bro.
had
Talk
the
about what
honor
you just
of
did.
being the first president in 28 years to lower drug prices during the course of the year. And we actually did, and I was so proud of myself. We called a news conference. I announced it. It was 1/8 of 1%. 1/8 of 1%. Now drug prices are going to be
If you
going
guys want to
down
see, go here. You see what I'm watching right
100%,
now. It's
400%,
like it is
600%,
extremely important.
1,000% in some cases. But for 1/8 of a cent, Bobby, think of that. I was so proud because for 28 years nobody had done it, and now it's. I think back to that. I said I shouldn't have had that news
It's just
conference.
the Donald
but
Trump
it's
show,
just true.
man.
I
I'm
was the
doing
only
some
one that
research
did
right
it,
now.
but it was not
I
very
have,
much. And now
I
we're going to get.
have
in some
never
cases,
seen a dump like this.
1,000% reduction. This is going to have a huge impact.
Like
on
this is off a
everything from
cliff
Social
type of.
Security to Medicare
I think
to
people are
Medicaid, anything where they're buying
are feeling the
any
exact same
prescription
fear
drugs is going to have
as
an
what
incredible
happened in
impact. It's going to lower itself greatly.
when the
AstraZeneca
the
will
major
also
tariffs went down.
list
That
many of their most
what
popular drugs online
it's like
at
they the whole of the industry
TrumpRx.gov,
unloaded all of their
I don't know
bags.
why they put the name Trump. I did not tell him to do it, but I'm honored to let him do it. That's true, actually. That heavily reduced most favored nations cost. Americans can expect discounts, and as I said, it could be in many cases way over 100%. And as an example, one particular drug that's hot, very hot, 654%.
Let's be honest, that 400
on
million
inhalers,
short was an inside job.
COPD and
That guy
asthma, as well as certain
has probably
diabetics medications,
is
they're gonna
probably
be
about
averaging
to bankrupt
654% reduction
Hyper
in price. You believe that one?
because he was selling
The
Hyper.
Democrats will say, "Well, he should have gotten more."
Yeah, he's about to
It's
bankrupt
crazy.
Hyper.
In addition, all medications AstraZeneca introduces to the American market going forward will also be
I have
sold at
never
these
in my
heavily
life seen a
discounted
liquidity
rates.
grab like this.
Furthermore, AstraZeneca will
Ever.
invest $50 billion in the United States over the next 5 years.
Oh
for
my,
research and
everyone's
development of new
messaging me. Oh
drugs
my
and
lord,
to
my
onshore
phone is
manufacturing
exploding.
Facilities across the country, like the new plant that broke ground yesterday in Charlottesville, Virginia, where the governor attended. They had a tremendous group of people attending. It's going to have 3,600 jobs just to begin with. And that's going to be a fantastic plant. I saw a picture.
One
It's
second,
going to be
one
the
second.
best, right? You can't get any better. This is a tremendous victory for Virginia and for American patients and for everything, for the country. It's an amazing
Apparently,
company
someone
to have coming
took
over
a
to the United
$2 billion
States in such a big
short
way. That's going to be
the
a big part
just
of the
a second
company.
before this
Presidents have
happened.
promised for
They are
years to lower the cost of
bankrupting.
healthcare.
Oh my
But my
lord!
administration is actually the first to do it and do it substantially, do it at numbers that nobody thought, even I thought were not possible. When you think of it, if you got a 1%, 2%, 5%, that's good. You did a good job. We're talking about 100, 200, 300, 500, 700. In some cases, some big numbers. And
Shut
the
up.
largest
Talk
drug
about
companies
Trump
in the
puts
world are working
100%
with us
tariff
to
on
make
China,
this
adds
a
export
reality. And
controls
so I
and
look
critical
forward
software.
to
Oh my
being
lord!
at your opening of that incredible facility. I hear something, and it's in a great location, Len. Right? One
It's
of the
easy.
beautiful
Yeah, I'm telling
locations.
you.
So I'd now like to ask Secretary
I would say
Kennedy to
all
say a
of the
few words,
exchanges
followed by
dumped
Dr.
all of their
Oz,
bags.
Pascal, Governor Youngkin, and
Because
we'll
the
take
way
some
this happened,
questions
it's not like,
afterwards.
oh,
Would
one or
anybody
two or
like
this
to
and the
have
other. All of their
some
bags
yes?
just went
Oh,
down in one go.
I'm shocked. Okay, we'll take them
And
right
it's true what
after,
someone
okay?
said. I think someone.
Bobby, please.
I think they're trying to take down Hyper as well.
Thank you, Mr. President. I talked about this a little yesterday in the cabinet meeting, but it's worth repeating because it shows this historical achievement as really monumental. When I was in my confirmation process, virtually every Democratic senator
I'm sorry. I don't want to laugh, but why is this guy
showed
on
me
the
their
TV?
preoccupation
Why are we
with
watching
making
this
sure
guy?
that we completed that. I
Every
was
time this guy
continue
talks,
to
it
get
just
a
makes me
commitment from
feel
me
ill. It's
and
like
continue the IRA drug price negotiations.
throw
That
mint or something,
the
man. What the
IRA required the Democrats, while the
oh
President
man,
Biden was in,
I think I'm having a
the
psychological
first year of the
breakdown.
IRA to negotiate 10 drug prices down.
I don't know, man. What else am I
And
gonna
was
do?
supposed to, my first year, negotiate 15 and 15.
This
every
sounds
year
like a
thereafter, and that
surgical
was the plan.
takedown.
The Democrats claimed that they had a 22% reduction and that was a great success.
Oh.
When we actually looked at that when I came into the agency, we realized we were actually paying more for 8 of the 10 drugs.
What
The 22% reduction
is
was off the list
happening?
price. And Medicare ended up paying more for 8 of the drugs, the equal for the 9th.
Yeah, China sold
and
all of
about a
his
2%
crypto.
discount
I
on the 10th
think
drug.
China
So that
just.
was the plan.
I
and
have
that's what they
never.
did. We are continuing the IRA negotiations.
I mean-
but thanks to the president's leadership, we have achieved something extraordinary here.
I mean, Bitcoin
which
is bouncing back.
a
Don't
dream
get me
that
wrong,
he's
but
had for
what?
20 years, because he's the common sense president. He saw something 20 years ago. He learned that we were playing.
And it
3,
still didn't go
4,
under
5,
100,000. Now messing around, but
sometimes 10
what?
10 times for the same drug as they were paying in European countries. Some of these
Bro,
drugs were
take it.
manufactured
I do like how Sonic is up
facilities
there.
in New Jersey
Is that?
and then sold for 1/10 the price in Great Britain, in London, or Paris.
Yeah, look, they
that
have
Americans were
taken
being
out.
charged for them here.
They are taking out.
He
What's
saw
happening with
that this was
hyper?
unfair. Every Democratic president, every Republican president has said that this was
is that
this
wick?
was the gold standard. This is what we needed to do. Nobody's been able
This
to
isn't.
change it.
This
And when
isn't
we
like
came in, I have to say I
this
was
is
pessimistic
market
about doing
makers.
MFN.
The whole
Dr. Oz was
whole
pessimistic.
market
Our
maker
staff, John Brooke and
exchange
Chris Klump and
ecosystem
the other
dumping
people we
all
brought in
at
were
the
all
same time.
pessimistic. The president saw something that we didn't see, which is we had leverage, and that came through Howard and the tariffs, and we had extraordinary leverage to craft these deals. So last
I
week
just-
we
I wanna
had
say something
Pfizer
to
in,
all of
which
you
is
guys,
one of
right?
the biggest American pharmaceutical companies.
The move that
Today, we have
crypto just went
AstraZeneca
through
and
right
with
now
Pascal Soriot,
is
which is
full
one of the
black
biggest
swan type
European
of move that just
pharmaceutical
happened.
companies. And the president asked us to do 3 things. 1, to get MFN prices. 2, to not bankrupt these companies. He understood that America has to be the center for innovation. The drug industry needs to innovate. That is
Forget the
critical
drug
for its
industry.
bottom
What have
line.
you
It's
done to
critical
the
for healthy
market, man?
American people. And he asked us also to make sure that those companies would keep their promise.
What have you done to the market? I mean, but that hyper
reshore
recovery
this
is out of this
industry.
world. But still,
National
my
security purposes for our
God.
economy, it's critical. These companies are making these drugs in the United States.
I mean,
We
the
were
market
able
is
to achieve
recovering,
all
but-
those things, and partially with the visionary help of Pascal, where is he? Of Pascal Soriot, who understood that innovation and the business doesn't work if everybody is not pulling the oars. If everybody
it
doesn't have to
almost
skin the
makes me
game.
feel like someone made a mistake or
The whole
something,
world
man.
was riding on our shoulders and riding on our dime.
Like it feels like
70% of
someone
pharmaceutical
accidentally
revenues
put an
comes from
extra
this
zero
country.
on the
We
sell
only have
button
4.2% of the world's
on the market
population.
maker.
And we were paying
That's
for
what it
80
feels
or
like.
90% of the innovation here. And the rest of the world was a free rider. And Pascal understood that that's not fair, and it's not a good, sustainable, long-term business
Do you
model.
buy? Are you joking? I
And
just jumped
he
on
came
to try and
the
help
table.
you
He
guys.
was
Not
one of the
buy
first
anything.
leaders to come to the
Oh
table.
my
I wanna
God!
thank him
It
for
genuinely
his
feels like
vision, for
someone.
operating with us
Artemis,
in
I don't
good
want to see
faith.
what you have to show me. I'm
And
seeing
this
enough
is an
already. All
extraordinary
right,
deal.
I'm seeing enough already.
Not only that, but as the president just
Yes,
pointed
there's
out,
some.
he is also
I would.
reshoring
I'm telling
this
you,
industry here.
I am not. I would not
He's
be
building- he has
surprised.
19,
I would not be surprised
facilities already operating
if this
in
isn't
country.
CZ trying to
He has
take
this
out
other facility
its
in
competitor.
Marl County that Dr. Oz went with Governor Youngkin.
Because only
broke
only
ground
an
on
exchange,
yesterday.
only if
He has
something,
a second
a body
facility
that
is
has
under construction in
this
Kendall Square,
amount
Boston.
of the
Another
market
facility in
can
Rockville,
dump it all
Maryland,
at once. Man, the
and a
recovery
fourth
is massive.
facility
Though.
in Copper, Texas, right
It's a
outside of
Filecoin.
Dallas-Fort Worth. And he's got plans for building many more in this country, thanks to the president's
that
leadership, the
candle.
tariffs, and to the common sense the president has demonstrated in his own commitment to make drug prices lower for hardworking Americans. So I want to thank the president for your visionary
312%. I have
leadership. I
never
wanna
in my
thank
life
Dr.
experienced
Oz
anything
for
like
his part, and Marty McCary in negotiating this deal. Dr. Heidi Overton, Theo Merkel, Chris Klump, and John Brooks, who all played critical parts in
They
the negotiation. And of course,
annihilated-
Howard Lutnick, who was the key
Annihilated
to
the
these
shorts.
negotiations. Oh,
And just annihilated
we
everything.
bring up now Dr. Oz.
Jams just had a baby,
Thanks,
right?
Secretary.
I hear it. I can hear the baby crying from now.
So
I
Pascal,
told you
I get to introduce
guys.
Pascal, which I'll do with great joy and honor. So the world
Sorry.
is watching as President
Sorry,
Trump
sorry. Oh
tries
my
to
God,
make
he must go
peace
to a
in
different
every
level.
place he can go. But at the same time, President Trump is putting peace into the hearts of Americans and bringing peace of mind to them, especially Americans who cannot afford their medications. And just to put a number on this,
God,
as
I don't
he
care about this.
releases
I just
us
want him
from
to.
the bondage
I
of
just
paying
want the.
3 times more for the exact same
I'm just
product
thinking
made in the
right
same
now,
factory,
right?
in
The
same
the
pill box,
question
in the same
answer of this
instruction
is
manual
gonna have nothing to do with
overseas,
what they're talking
in this
about.
country
They're
that
gonna be
we
like, cool, cool,
overseas.
cool.
It creates
Medicine.
an opportunity
What
for us
the
to,
f is going
Mr. President,
on?
you're
What
turning
is
the
going
art
on?
of the deal into the art of the heel. And that is something that you're going to witness today. And it's the second, and we have more coming, but this is a very important one because I want to set the stage here. And Ms. Secretary, you're too modest. Secretary Kennedy did have a vision to push hard on this. He understood we could give the right medications to the right people at the right time. And there is nothing more maha than giving folks
I have never
life-saving
seen anything like this in my whole
medications
entire
in a
life.
timely fashion so you prevent
This
illnesses
is,
and treat other
if
ones
there's
that have already
anything I could
occurred.
say, this
You
is
save
a
lives that way.
massive
That literally is what was on the
coordinated
line
attack.
as we began negotiating.
Massive.
These. So let's set the stage. Where are we right now? Why this order? Last week, in this very room, President Trump welcomed
I would
the CEO
love
of Pfizer
to.
and that
I would
company,
love
leading
to
U.S.
see
pharmaceutical
exchanges
company, pledged
balance
to
of,
provide exactly
of
what the
books right now.
president promised.
I would
Massive
love
discounts
to
to
see
allow us
what's
to have
going
most
on.
favored
Can you
nation
give
drug
some
pricing
context
in
of
this
what you're
country,
talking about?
so we don't allow our
Donald Trump
people to
announced
pay more
100%
than
tariffs and a
folks
whole bunch of
overseas.
other
And this was
retaliatory
unthinkable even 6 months ago, 7 months ago, when we came
things
into
on
office.
software and a whole bunch of
Americans
stuff
now
from the
have the ability
USA
to do that, but we needed to
into
prove
China
it was
because of the
scalable.
rare
So
earth minerals
we
that
went to
they
AstraZeneca,
stopped.
which is the leading
They stopped,
pharmaceutical company, a leading company in the
selling to
entire
USA.
world, but a massive
And the
opportunity
market.
in this march to MFN, a march to most favored nation drug pricing.
The
and to have
market
this message land
nuked.
clearly,
I
we
mean,
needed to make
I
sure
said that
the
if he said
president's
something
demand
crazy,
for
it
fair
would go
drug
down,
pricing was
but
heard all around the globe. And I actually think the
I
single
did
most
not
powerful tool we
expect
had
this
was
to
the
happen.
president because people take him seriously. And some of the things that they were hearing overseas were alarming them enough that they began to realize the jig was up.
I
So
did
let's
not
talk
expect
about the
this to
deal
happen.
specifically. What are the, John Brooks, if you give me my Vanna White, please. John back there's Theo, Vince, Heidi were parts of the team. There are other members of the team I'll speak of in a second. So these are the 5 deal points. This is what Trump RX, by the way, which just launched, TrumpRx.gov, which was a unanimous name, by the way, Mr. President. He was
I mean,
not
things are
involved in picking
recovering
the name,
like
but
on
it was not a
another
difficult one
planet.
to land
but
on. We thought it had a catchy element
my
to it.
God, the
All
market
primary care
makers
medications sold by
cleaned
AstraZeneca are going to be available on
house.
Trump RX, which means no more
They
gaming, no more
cleaned
middlemen.
house.
Starting early next
They
year, when
have
you go to the
they have
website,
taken out
you'll be able to see a marketplace. We're not
everything.
selling the drugs. We're
Every
just making
single potential
information available to everyone so you go to the right place
leverage
to buy
has
the
been
right
taken out.
medication. Second, drugs for lung diseases are discounted massively, and that's over here on this line. The president highlighted 650%. They're significant discounts, and these are medications. We just picked the ones for lung disease and one for metabolic syndrome, diabetes, but there are others that are included. We have most favored nation pricing for everyone who is on Medicaid in this country. That's why Governor
Except CZ
Youngkin
Short,
is able
guys,
to
I've
do
never seen
backflips with his limbo
5.5
6'6"
billion
physique.
dollars
Because
liquidated
for
in
governors,
a
this is a massive
second.
problem if Medicaid prices continue going up. It crowds out other social services, which he'll speak to. We also have MFN for all new prescription drugs. Mr. President, by the time
Can
this
you
term
shut
is
up?
done, 95% of all drugs sold in America, branded
Why is
drugs,
this guy even here?
and,
Didn't he get
generic,
fired from
will
the
be
show because he was
available
trying to like
at
sell
most
like
favored nation
toenail
drug pricing.
pills or
Americans are going to
something?
benefit if the prices drop abroad.
If you
So
take
Secretary Lutnick is going
Magister
to make sure
route,
that if we get better
your
prices
eyebrows
for
will
these
grow bigger.
companies from
Isn't this guy? I don't know what you're talking about.
partner countries overseas, the American people see those benefits.
Here's his, like, 2
and there's
seconds
gonna
of
be
fame, so I'm
onshoring
gonna get my show back.
manufacturing. And as has been mentioned, I stood with Governor Youngkin and Pascal Serio as we broke
1
ground
second. I
yesterday
need to
in
check
Charlottesville,
something. What
Virginia,
the
in a
hell?
massive $4
What
billion
is
facility.
going
That's the
on?
hard
1
hat,
second.
Mr. President. I know you like construction, so that was all I could bring back. But there was a lot of
I kind of feel like
remarkable
buying
energy.
everything right now.
And here's what that event really does.
I really
It
feel
sends
like
a
buying
signal.
everything right now.
It sends a signal for all countries around the world to stop freeloading off American
I mean,
innovation.
let
It's done.
the
Not
the
going to happen
market
anymore with this
market
president.
settle, but
And
my
if
lord.
you aren't picking up your end of the bargain, then you're going to be welcoming a lot of more companies to leave your shores and
Coin
allow us to
glasses.
welcome them into
Coin
our
glasses
shores
crashed.
as they open up manufacturing
Oh
facilities here. And for all the
my
pharmaceutical
God.
companies out there, and we're talking to all of you, pick
Oh
up a
my
shovel.
God.
This is a
Look
great
at
place
this.
to build a facility as
Look at that.
AstraZeneca has shown us. And I think it has a wonderful opportunity in the future as well, as this country continues to support the innovation Secretary Kennedy spoke about, because we're not compromising that at all.
There's
We're just
nothing
getting fair
left.
prices for the American people. To the team.
There is
Tough negotiations,
nothing
Mr.
left.
President. You know how hard they can be. You can't get there without world-class negotiators, and we are
Nothing.
blessed by individuals.
Sorry,
to
if you
work
haven't
with the
already
AstraZeneca
answered
team
why
who
is
are
cryptocurrency,
killers
because
head-to-head.
Donald Trump
And
announced
why?
100%
Because
tariff
talented
plus a
people
whole
out of the
bunch
private
of
sector are coming into government
blocks
to
on
serve this
software going
president in
into
a
China, and that's
generational
one of their largest
opportunity
markets
that
for
they
that
feel in their
market.
heart
So
will make a
that
difference.
will cause a
John Brooks
massive
is part of that
revaluation in the
team.
S&P 500. But
Chris
look
Klump,
at, please see my
numerous other
screen.
folks contributed as well.
Please
But
see
we're
my
open for
screen.
business. And if you want a great position and a patriot,
You guys need to
like
see
the folks who
this.
negotiated these
You
deals,
need
please
to see what
consider
I'm looking
coming
at
with
right
us,
now.
because the president has
I've
made it
never
clear that
seen
you
that
make a
before.
difference in government. Finally, I
Ever.
wanna
It's
thank
here. Go
Pascal
here.
Cerrillo. Pascal's an
I've
interesting,
never
almost
seen
enigmatic
this
individual.
before,
He's the CEO of
ever.
AstraZeneca. He is born in
I've
France,
never seen
Australian
this.
citizen, knighted in Great Britain, running their largest pharmaceutical
Oh my
company.
God,
So
have you
figure
seen?
out the
I've never
lineage. But one
seen
thing I
this
know
before.
he's a very, very smart man.
It's
who came
nothing.
Here early
There's
on,
nothing
took the
there.
presidency seriously, and he recognized the inherent unfairness of the European model
my
of
God.
global freeloading off our innovation.
I've never
He
seen, like,
appreciated
is there
the
anything
challenge, and
left?
He wanted to be part of the solution. So Pascal, take
It's
it away.
here if you want to see it. They're all here. There's nothing left. Nothing.
So, President Trump, it is really a pleasure to see you again since.
No. This
chance
is
to meet
just
you
a
last time you visited the UK
massive
for your state
wipe
visit.
of
I know the
liquidity.
King actually kept
There
you
is-
late.
I've
during
never-
the night, during your visit.
I've
late
never
up at
seen this
night.
before.
And I must thank you actually for
There's
returning
nothing.
the favor.
There's
I
absolutely
can tell
nothing
you,
here.
you've kept me up at night and my team as well. But it has been really worth it. It's been worth it because today I'm really
Wow.
excited to announce AstraZeneca's commitment to your vision
Wow.
for a healthy America. Great
Stop
leadership
loss.
is about having
I
an
think-
ambitious vision that can energize people.
Stop
and
loss
you appoint a very
is what I would
talented
say
team
is
that
a
can deliver
very-
on this. Your vision is exactly
Uh,
that. It is about lowering the price of medicines for American
Let's
patients
just,
while ensuring that America remains a global powerhouse of innovation in biopharmaceuticals.
Wow.
And that's not easy to do. We need to keep
And I
inventing
hope
the
you,
technologies
with-
and the
wow,
products
what
that
the
will
hell?
cure
Okay.
disease. But you actually gave us
Let me
a
say
key,
this and show it. What the
equalization. That's an
Oh
important
my
word.
Lord.
You've assembled a remarkable team, actually, that together with us found a way to deliver on your vision. I would like to thank you, Mr. President, for your collaborative and your trusting approach throughout the discussion that led to this agreement. In addition, I
Bro.
would like to thank Secretary Lutnick.
No one
I'd like to
cares
thank
about
Secretary
your
Kennedy,
agreement right now.
Dr. Oz, and the
I love
team
how
of
this
team
guy
in
is
particular,
standing
Ron
here
Wolf,
like
is here
a-
today,
I was
but
about to
also,
swear.
Chris Klump
An
for
effing
their very straightforward approach
3-year-old
and the collaborative work.
sitting here like a
that
3-year-old as if
together
he's
with
not
my great team at
absolutely
AstraZeneca
annihilated the
enabled us to
market.
deliver this agreement today. It is an agreement that allows a number of wins. First of all, a great win for American patients. This
I see,
agreement will
brother, for
deliver
coming on
improved
live today.
access to
Truly
our
appreciate.
medicines at a
I'm
lower
gonna say,
cost.
I think
We've addressed
I
the
will
4
be
points
buying
that
more
you raised
after.
in your letter,
Because let
ensuring
it settle
Americans
first.
do not pay more than patients in other wealthy countries. So it's a big win for patients and the healthcare system as a whole. But it's also a
This
big win for
should
the economy
teach
and for
you
taxpayers. Because it
to
really
not
supports
play with
rebalancing,
leverage,
the cost of
'cause
innovation
this
across
crap
wealthy
happens.
nations. For too long, America has shouldered a disproportionate
Look
portion
at that recovery on
of the
Bitcoin, though.
world's R&D
Damn.
cost for breakthrough medicines development. That imbalance is not sustainable. It had to change. An equalization levels the playing field, with wealthy nations contributing their fair share to the cost.
Yeah,
and the
no
risk
leverage.
associated
Enough with the leverage.
biopharmaceuticals R&D.
This is
And I would say
what
it's also a
leverage
big
does
win for,
to the market.
state
There you go.
budgets, because
This is what
these
leverage
medical
does to the
price
market,
reductions will have
especially
immediate
holding it
impact
for such a long
on
time.
Medicaid budgets
Take
and
profits.
provide
Don't be
a
too greedy with this
substantial
type of
relief to
stuff.
state budgets. Finally, your
Jesus.
vision also secures America's strong position in life sciences and the onshoring of critical innovations and manufacturing.
This is
As a
unbelievable.
company,
I've
we
never
will
seen
invest
anything like this.
$50 million in manufacturing and in
Sorry,
R&D.
I'm so greedy.
We
I had
already
to.
have a
I know.
large
Wait, look,
presence in the United
Cryptus,
States.
you were
We
in the
have
right
19
position to play the
sites,
market. I
and
was
we
just.
employ
I literally sat
25,000
down.
people around the country.
I
They're all
sat down
developing
to
the new
food,
generation of
and I'm just
medicines.
my phone is
But we'll
exploding. I'm like,
continue
what
to
is going?
increase
Because I have
our
all these
presence
like
in this country.
alarms
We're
going off. I'm like,
expanding
what
our
is that? I look and
manufacturing
like,
footprint in Texas.
sorry,
We're building our
sorry,
second large
what's just
R&D
happened?
center in Kendall Square in Boston. we are building a cell therapy manufacturing plant in Rockville, Maryland, and there's more to come. So a lot of investment over the
They
next
wipe
few
the
years.
lungs.
I
Now
want
the prices
to
can
say that
rip.
I
No
appreciate
stopping. This
very
is the
much
start of May
Secretary
here.
Letnick granting
You know what?
us a 3-year tariff exemption to localize the remainder of our products.
You know
Most
what?
of our products are locally
Usually there is a
manufactured,
massive
but we need to
wipe of
transfer
liquidity
the
before these
remaining
things go
part
crazy,
to this
you know.
country. And also for your great support to convince also other wealthy countries to
This
share the
is-
cost of pharmaceutical innovation. It is an
This is
important part of
wild.
this agreement, rebalancing and
This is actually wild.
the cost around the country, around the world. Yesterday,
Gold
showcased our
spiked as well.
commitment to the United States with this $4.5 billion investment in the beautiful Commonwealth of Virginia to manufacture what we call API, active ingredients for our medicines, but also antibody-drug conjugates that are such a
11%
critical
recovery
part
in
of the
a
future
minute.
treatment of cancer care, what is called smart chemotherapy, targeted
Just got here bullet
chemotherapy.
points.
I want to
Donald
thank
Trump
Dr.
put
Oz
100%
for
tariff
joining us
on
for the groundbreaking
China,
ceremony
and at the
near
same time put a lot of
Charlottesville,
restrictions
together with Governor
on
Youngkin.
software being sold into
And
China.
I
So
actually
all of
love
these
your
Magnificent
AstraZeneca
Seven
hat.
software companies,
I know you
AI
wanted to bring a
companies,
shovel,
so,
but,
hardware
didn't make
companies,
it to
and
this
the market
beautiful
just
room.
tanked hard.
I have to say it has been
I
a
won't
really
call.
ple-
I
a great
don't.
pleasure
I,
to
why
work
would I wouldn't
with
call this?
Governor
No,
Youngkin
this is
and
not a
his
black
team,
swan
in
event. I
particular
don't think so.
Secretary
This is just the
Segura,
the
on this
market maker.
investment. Like you, President
Just,
Trump,
I just showed you guys.
they
Look,
are
check this
deal
out. Where
makers
did that go?
That move at the speed
Look
of
at this.
business. And it's very important for us company to be able
Of
to
course,
work
I'll
with
answer.
people
Just
who
make
understand
sure
who
you
we
follow
are
and stuff
and
like that
move
and
very
everything else.
fast.
I don't want
Our
to
new
take advantage of this
facility will
thing,
be
but
a
you know what I'm
great
saying.
example
But
of
look at
Virginia
this.
supporting domestic production
Look
of
at-
medicines for America.
There's nothing here.
Enhancing national
Nothing.
security in pharmaceutical supply, but also create thousands of highly skilled jobs. Governor Youngkin gave me a beautiful Virginia flag that we will proudly fly
How do they have so much power with
alongside
crypto?
the
I mean,
American flag
well,
in
it's
front of our new
exchanges. They
facility.
own a bunch
So
of these.
AstraZeneca's
Look, this is the
commitment
thing.
to
This
the
is why
United States
this
is
is why I
very
always say
strong.
that exchanges
And this
are
agreement ensures
some of the
we'll make an
worst
even bigger
worst things
difference
for this
American
market.
patients.
It's the thing
So,
that
Mr. President, thank you again,
I can't say
for
the word. It
welcoming-
starts with a C,
welcoming me in
right?
this beautiful
Because to
office
list your
and for
tokens, you
making
have to
this
give
moment possible. Thank you
enormous
so much.
amount of that for liquidity in these exchanges. So when it comes to shove, they can do crap like this.
Well, first of all, I just want to thank everyone for
They all use
celebrating
similar market
this
makers, and they
landmark
just
moment. This landmark
absolutely-
moment is
Like,
not
it's all
just a moment
algorithmically
to announce
destroyed.
a new
Look
way
at
to buy
Filecoin.
less expensive, life-saving
Solana,
medicine,
oh my
but it is a
Lord.
step function change in the way that Virginians and Americans can access
How does
medicines.
Filecoin go any
And it
lower
is a
than
step
it-
function change because historically
Sorry, I
there
had
was
to-
an
I didn't mean to,
opaque
but-
pricing mechanism that
That
had so many
is-
people standing between the manufacturers and the patients that no one knew really what it cost. Well, now we can go direct to consumers. And that's what Trump RX is all about, going direct to consumers, where a consumer can come and find that particular medication that they need and go direct to the company.
Did
and get the
Filecoin
best
just sell
possible
everything?
price.
I think that is the
Second
bottom
all,
of what.
the most favored nation clause is a groundbreaking
You can't buy
moment.
anything on buy. Of course,
It's a groundbreaking
they've
moment because, as
all
you've
frozen
heard,
everything.
that American customers have been paying 3, 4, 5 times what international customers have been paying. That is just not fair. And Mr. President, I want to thank you for simply recognizing that America must come first. And Americans deserve the best pricing, not the worst. It changes everything for a state. In Virginia, we have $1.5 billion a year of
I think it's less than America
pharmaceutical
first. I think it's
expenditure
just Trump
under our
first.
Medicaid plan. $1.5 billion a year. We save 10%, 20%. 30%. All of a sudden, 150, 300 million, 450 million in savings can be realized by a state. Now, I firmly believe that's the people's
Bro, I'm
money.
gassed. I'm
and it
up
should go back in tax
560%. Shut up, Jack.
But think about the
That's not the
change
time to be
that
gloating about what you
enables
just made.
for a state as they manage their health care expenditures. Finally, Mr. President, you have driven a reshoring.
Yeah, most people don't
of
put stop
critical
losses. Is the
supply
thing.
chains
And the way that it works
no
is
one
that
thought
a lot
could
of people
happen.
don't put stop losses, and they have
The
their leverage
industries
point.
that
So what
everyone
happens
thought
is
were
that
lost are now
that
coming
they're
home,
on
and
this graph.
with
Where is this graph?
pharmaceutical manufacturing and active
So on this graph,
pharmaceutical
all these
ingredients,
lines
particularly
are
coming back
liquidation
to
points.
America, it changes
Most
everything.
people, before they
It's an
get to that,
economic moment
there's
for
a
us.
point where they
Yes,
lose money,
$4.5 billion
and
into the
it goes from
Virginia
there, right? But
economy,
when
and that
they
will
go
in fact
to
translate
hit their
into
stop loss,
$3
it
or
actually means that
$4
they
of
buy
extra
into the
economic
market.
impact for
So
every
what's
dollar that
this
is
bounce
spent.
is in essence
3,600 great-paying
a
jobs.
massive
But it's even
liquidation
more than
spike.
that.
So
This is a national security moment.
whether this is
And
over
what you've just
is
heard
a
is
question
one
mark
of the leading pharmaceutical companies
for
in
the
the
centuries,
world
because
is
that
choosing
all of these are
America,
leveraged
and
now,
yes,
right?
Virginia,
So all of this
invest
stuff
nearly
people
$5 billion
bashed in probably
to
20,
build the
30x
most critical
leverage on these
manufacturing
bets, all going
for
all
the
the way up.
future of
So
America's
this
health.
thing, at
It's not
minimum,
just a
I would say,
single example.
would go to
It's happening
50%
all
of
over. And in fact, in
the
Virginia,
close of
Mr.
today.
President, we've been blessed
minimum.
with nearly $10 billion of commitments to build new pharmaceutical
I
manufacturing
would say it's
in the great
108.
Commonwealth of Virginia. And therefore, I believe this is a
108
moment to
is a level that I would
to
say that
celebrate
it'll probably
investment,
come back and test
but
again.
more importantly, to celebrate breakthroughs for American citizens to get access to
I'm on the
life-saving
fence.
medicines
Some millions will be made
at
tonight,
cost
most
that
definitely.
they deserve.
Most definitely
because
some
they're
millionaires will
all
be made tonight.
made here. Mr. President,
Starting to hold you
and
over
your
the TV.
cabinet
I'm so
have
sorry. Yeah.
been amazing.
I just thought there might be some
As a governor,
question or answer
I
thing.
have found that the
One second.
cooperation with every one of your cabinet members, and sir, yes,
How about that? Is that better?
beyond compare than I could ever imagine. I want to thank you.
Richard, is that better than what it was?
So we have, at this moment, I think we just cracked $18 trillion in commitments and investments in our country. As an example, the last administration
He's cracked $18 trillion, but the stock market has lost 32.
lost $18 trillion for
Oh my god, this is insane.
There's never been
This is actually insanity.
any country anywhere in the world. So that's great. But maybe for purposes of this, more importantly, we're going to bring drug prices down at numbers that nobody ever thought
He's laughing at you. He's just
it was possible.
apparently someone put a $4 billion short on Bitcoin just before it tanked. Yowza, 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 yowza. It's actual insanity what is going on right now. So yeah, I think around the 108, possibly the 109 will be an area where this thing will retest again.
96, 230%, but 654, and we have some that top that by a lot. So it's
But I'm gonna say something, right? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God! Look at the way that people are closing their lungs.
Democrats take the credit because they'll say, "Oh, we worked so hard," and they didn't work hard. They obstructed. They actually did the opposite. So that's really more important than.
What's happening is that Donald Trump put 100% tariff on China and like blocking a whole bunch of software sales into to China as well. And it seems that the S&P 500 and all the market is based around software and AI and all that kind of stuff and tech. Yeah.
Any country, no matter what country you're talking about, nobody's done numbers like that. So thank you all for being here. Do you want to have a couple of questions?
Yes, we want questions.
First on this, could you have brought these pharmaceutical companies to the table without that 100% tariff that you imposed?
100%. You're talking about China might be out.
100% that you imposed on pharmaceuticals for that second.
I would never have been able to bring him. Now, I'm not sure that Pascal would like to say, but behind the scenes, he did say tariffs were a big reason he came here, and also the fact he loved Virginia. He liked this guy. He liked me. I think the November 5th election was a very important date. We had a good election, and
Is that better?
that was important. But yeah, he's here. A lot of. I can speak for almost everybody
Is that
that's
better?
here. Most of them are here because of tariffs. Because you have to understand, he has no tariffs. If you build in this country, there are no tariffs. So.
I want to ask you about China, if I could. Just want to confirm, have you canceled your meeting with President Xi? And
No, I haven't
It's
canceled, but I
manipulation,
don't know that
Oscar.
we're going to have it. But I'm going to be there regardless, so I would assume we might have it. But, they hit the world with something that really is not anything that people are going to do. And it was shocking. I can tell you, Howard and I and Todd, we all, Scott, we were all speaking about it before. And it was we said, where did that come from? It was just, that was out of the blue.
It's
right?
it's
Out of
it's
the blue,
tariffs
they
and
came up with
market
this,
makers and everything else.
Whole import-export concept, and nobody knew anything
Using the
about
news
it.
to dump everything that they have.
Export controls, the new announcement. Would you
Well,
roll
yeah,
back your
look, we're going to have to see what happens. That's why I made it November 1st. We'll see what happens, yeah.
Mr. President, the last time, Mr. President,
Go ahead, please.
what else besides software could be on the table in terms of export controls?
Oh, don't say that!
You have software, but you have a lot more.
Ah,
We
don't
have
say that!
Airplanes, we have airplane parts. You remember that from last time?
Oh my
We
God!
were just surprised at China. I have a very good relationship with President Xi, and they did that. This is not something that I, instigated. This was just a response to something that they did, and they didn't really aim it at us. They aimed it at the whole world. The whole world is subject to it. So I thought it was very, very bad. But we have many things, including a big thing is airplane. They have a lot of Boeing planes, and they need parts and lots of things like that. Steve.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to accept the Gaza deal, and what will be your message?
It's probably the biggest liquidation in history.
Well, he wanted it. It's been a long time. He's been fighting a long time. He's been fighting hard. He wanted it. It's a great deal for Israel, but it's a great deal for everybody, for Arabs, for Muslims, for everybody, for the world. And as you know, on Monday the hostages come back. They're getting them now. They're getting them now. They're in some pretty rough places under earth. They're in some pretty rough places where only a few people know where they are, in some cases. So they're getting them, and they're also getting the bodies, approximately 28 bodies. And some of those bodies are being unearthed right now as we speak. They're working on it right now as we speak. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. No, he was very happy with it. And I can tell you that I saw Israel dancing in the streets, but they were dancing in Qatar and Saudi Arabia and UAE and many, many countries. I saw Egypt. They were dancing. I'll be going to Israel. I'll be speaking at the Knesset, I think, early on. And then I'm also going to Egypt. They were terrific. But all of the countries were great. Indonesia was great. Jordan was great. They were all great. Everybody wants this deal to happen.
What happens in Gaza the day after the hostage release?
What
day after what?
What are you
The
doing?
day after the hostage release, what happens there then?
Well, hopefully you're going to have great success I call it everlasting success. I think you will too. I think you're going to have tremendous success, and Gaza is going to be rebuilt. And you have some very wealthy countries, as you know, over there. And it would take a small fraction of their wealth to do that. But and I think they want to do it. And we're also setting up, as you know, a board of peace. It's called the Board of Peace. I don't know if that's the final name, but the word peace is definitely in there. They have asked me if I chair it. We'll make sure things go well.
And how confident are you that the ceasefire will hold?
I think it'll hold, yeah. I think it'll hold. They're all tired of the fighting. Don't forget, you had October 7th, which was a horrible day, 1,200 people killed. But Hamas has lost 58,000 people. That's big retribution. That's big retribution. People understand that. So, no, I think they're all tired of fighting. And this really gives the whole Middle East, this is beyond Gaza. Gaza is very important, but this is beyond Gaza. This is peace in the Middle East, and it is a beautiful thing. It's a term that you and I have been hearing since we were very young, right? And now we have a chance of really having that. And as you know, most of the countries have passed all these resolutions. Every country is there. Iran came in. I was very happy to see that. I was very honored that Iran came in. They said they support it. Russia came in. President Putin, he supports it fully, very fully. So I was happy to see even countries that weren't necessarily involved in the process, they all support it. I don't know of anybody that does it. And I've never seen happier people than many of these places, not just Israel, many of these places. They're all dancing in the streets. I've never seen anything like it.
Mr. President,
Go ahead, please, in the back.
Thank you. What guarantees did you give Hamas to persuade them that Israel will restart the bombing campaign once the hostages have been exchanged?
What did I do with respect to them? Well, I spoke a little bit tough.
And
that's what would happen. I mean,
feel like
you have to speak tough. That's a tough world. That's a tough, as they say, neighborhood. And
I feel like
they're
taking a
tough people.
screenshot of
They're
it.
very
In fact, I'm
tough
gonna take a
people, and they're
screenshot
smart
of this.
people. They're good negotiators.
Mexi's
you
lagging.
know,
No!
there's a lot of things going. They put that to good use. They're going to be very, very successful. But
No.
they knew the
Oh,
retribution
man, everything's
would
gonna be lagging.
tremendous, unsustainable.
Yeah, there we go. I'm taking a
It would have
screenshot of
been
that. I've
unsustainable.
never seen that before.
Would have been.
Like,
It
it's
would
a
have been
first I've
complete
seen that.
obliteration. And
It's the first I've seen
they didn't want that.
a
And
leverage wipe.
nobody
of
wants it
this
at this point. They want to
magnitude.
get on with rebuilding the entire Middle East. It's not only Gaza; it's going to be the entire Middle East. They're going to be able to live in peace. Now we have some little hot spots, but they're very small. You know the ones I'm talking about. They're very small.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Those fires are going to be put out.
Any questions,
very
guys?
quickly.
Ask
Yes,
me
ma'am.
anything you want, honestly.
Mr. President,
I'm here to answer as
talking
many
about millions
questions as you want.
still, going to the phases that come after this first phase, is there consensus on the additional points in your plan, or are the details still being fine-tuned?
I think there is consensus
I
on most
wonder,
of
but
it, and
this-
some of the
did
details,
this
like
take
anything
out
else, will be
the
worked
se-
out because you'll find out that when you're
What just happened?
sitting in a beautiful
I was about to say my good
room in
Mexican.
Egypt,
Did this
it's
take
easy
out
to
the
work
CME
something
gap?
out, but then sometimes it doesn't work from a practical standpoint.
so,
So
right?
certain little
Let me see.
things, but for the most part, there's consensus. Yes.
Do you intend to hash that out when you're in Egypt?
I might, yeah. I mean, I'll be there because I'll be going to. I think I'll go to Cairo. I think that's where we're going, as opposed to the place of the signing. And we have a lot of leaders from all over the world coming too. They've been invited. And then I'm coming back. I believe it's Tuesday night for Charlie Kirk, a friend of mine, a friend of all of ours, a friend of a lot of the
not
people
yet.
right here. And we're giving him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which is the highest honor you get outside of the Congressional Medal of Honor. One's military, one's
I
civilian.
lost a lot, but I'm
But
ready
it's
to
the
buy
greatest
big.
honor. And
We guys leveraging.
Erica's beautiful wife
Honestly, you
is
don't
going to be
really
here.
lose
and
if
a
you
lot of
if you're
people are gonna be here.
leveraging.
So,
That's the
you
one
know,
thing I would
it's
say.
not easy for me to get
These
back.
guys
It's-
wiped out
it's a
leverage
very
like
quick
I've
trip,
never
but I'll
seen
be
before.
making 2 major stops, and then I'll be on the plane trying to get back in time for Charlie.
Has
They're gonna
there
have a
ever
great
been a
celebration
candle like
at
that
the White
on
House in
Bitcoin?
the East Room of the White House.
Russell Vogt said the reductions in force have begun related to this shutdown.
the VIX,
How
what's
many
going on with the
layoffs
VIX?
have you authorized for this first round, and from which agencies?
And it'll be Democrat-oriented because we figure
Guys,
they started
I'm
this
telling
thing,
you,
so they should
all right,
be
I don't wanna be- like, all right,
Democrat-oriented. It'll
I
be
don't
a
wanna say
lot,
something,
and
right?
We'll announce the numbers over the next couple of days, but it'll be a lot of people. all
But
because
usually
of the
what
Democrats.
follows
I mean,
a
they
VIX
wanna
spike
give
of this level,
$1.5 trillion
if this gets around the
to people that
30 or
came
even in
into the
fact gets
country
even
illegally.
more crazy,
important than
starts
that,
going
'cause
up
we
to
all
the
have a
higher
big
levels
heart.
here,
We want people to be
then
taken
we're
care
we're
of,
in
but,
for a
you know, we have
enormous run.
0 people coming in. You know that.
I'm just letting you
Glenn,
guys know this, right?
That's a pretty impressive number.
Don't get
even
caught up
for a
with exactly what's
successful
happening right
governor.
now.
we've
But I'm
had
just
for the
saying
last
right
4
now,
months, 0
right
people
now,
coming in
right
illegally.
now
They're
there could be
coming
a
in,
time
but
to
they're
lock
coming
in. If this thing
legally. They're coming
spikes
in
and
through a
starts going
process
over
that's
the
really
30
a really
level
good
on the
process
VIX,
right now, 'cause we
I'm
want
going to
people
be
to
looking
come
to
in, but
buy
they have to
everything I
come
could
in
possibly
legally. So
buy.
what we're doing
I'm going to be
is,
selling stuff to
as,
buy.
As these different groups come due, we're going to make a determination. Do we want them or not? And I must
I
tell you, a
tagged
lot
in
of them
my
happen
post
to
by
be
sharing last week. Thank you so much. It's very
Democrat-oriented. These
kind.
are
I hope it's a good
people
thing
that the
you
Democrats
you
wanted
saw.
that in many
They all
cases
crashed,
were
BitUnix crashed.
not
I can't
appropriate. We fought
trust
them
exchange.
at
Don't
the time. And
ever
it
keep
was
your money on
ultimately
exchanges. Ever.
signed in.
Ever,
And
ever,
some
ever,
of these
ever.
people, these are largely people that the Democrats want.
Because they're locking you out
Many
because
of
everyone's
them
trying
will
to take
be
their
fired.
money
Yes,
out.
please, behind.
The Nobel Peace Prize was announced this morning. Your thoughts?
Which one?
The Nobel Peace Prize. Your thoughts?
Look, including a very big one, and I'm not sure, when you say big, it's certainly, I think, to the mind of most, the most important deal
I
ever
think so.
made in terms of peace.
I've never seen
But the one we just
trying to
signed,
put
it's
the
been
National
signed,
Guard on
sealed,
all
and
the
it's
major
gonna
bridges to prevent
start taking place now. It's
No,
already started.
man.
Monday's going to be a very big day when the
No, it's
hostages
a
come
servo.
back.
They
but
can't handle it with the
I made
infrastructure.
8
That.
deals,
They'll blame that.
transactions of wars. One was 31 years going on. 10 million people were
Of course,
killed.
eToro
One
is
was
working. It's the most expensive
34
thing
years.
to
One was
use.
36,
That's why no one
37.
uses it.
One was 10. One
Everything
was
has
just
recovered.
starting.
No, not
2 were
alts.
just starting, actually.
Bitcoin
but
is
they were
recovering
well
really
on their
well.
way. In the case of
Near
India
has
and
recovered
Pakistan, 7 planes were
exceptionally
shot
well.
down. It was a bad one.
God, to be honest, I should be
And
trading
I
this stuff.
did it largely through trade. I mean, that one, numerous of them.
I am glad that it hit my
talk
level
tariffs.
though.
I
That's
said,
that's
look, if
pretty
you're going
nice.
to do that, we're going to put
I need
very
to look
big
at the
tariffs
silver
on your
lining of all
country.
this.
And they were both great. They stopped fighting, and they were 2
And you need to
nuclear
confirm
powers. So,
what to
they're
buy.
all
I'm
big.
on
They're
stream.
every
I don't know
one
what
of
to.
them
I would be.
You take
you know,
you
I'm
take a
giving
look
up.
at
I'm
the
giving up gains
Congo.
to make sure you
You
guys
take a
have
look
someone
at
to
the
talk to at
Congo
this
and
crazy,
Rwanda.
crazy moment. 100%.
10 million people killed over a long period of
But
time.
I'm telling you
got that
this
one
right
solved.
now, right? I'm telling
We
you this
did,
right now.
A total of 8 as of this.
All
2
the
days ago, I would've
liquidity is
said 7,
above
which I did say, but,
where we are right now.
The other
All
one
of
was
it.
signed up, sealed. As you know, the Israel signed it just now. They signed it and they approved it today.
All of the liquidity is
in
up here
Parliament.
right now.
And it's a great honor to be involved with so many. So the person who actually got the Nobel Prize called today. Called
Let me
me.
hit your level. Yeah,
And
you're
he
definitely
said
at my
that
level.
I'm
That's all I
accepting
care
this in
about.
honor of
I'm
you
a levels
because you
guy.
really deserved it.
I like the
That-
thing
a
you
very
do.
nice
And
thing
yet
to do.
CK's still holding strong.
I didn't say, then
Liquidity
give it to me, though.
rotation. I'm telling
I
you,
think she might if she was
liquidity
very nice.
rotation.
And I've been,
All the
I've been
liquidities
helping
at the
her
moment.
along the way. They need a lot of help in Venezuela. It's
What's
a
this?
basic disaster.
We appreciate you so much,
and
brother.
you can
Your
also
time
say
and
it was
effort,
given out
especially
for 24,
more than you.
and I
you
was
think.
running for
No, but
office
don't worry
in
about
24.
it. I'd
You know,
rather
all of
keep you guys calm than make
transactions
a
that
couple
we
of
did in
bucks. We've
terms
already
of
made
closing,
a couple
but,
of bucks. You know what I mean?
there are those
I have
that
enough
say we
bucks in
did
my
so
bucks
much
to do some bucks. Although I don't want to look at my long-term
I
home.
don't take. I'm
Damn,
happy
that
because I
drop
saved
must have
millions
been
of
massive.
lives. Many millions of lives. And
That
speaking
drop
of
must have
somebody
been
that
massive.
saves lives, don't ever play golf with
my
him because
God,
Keegan
how much of a
Bradley just
percentage-
walked in.
One second,
one
how
of the
much of a
greatest
percentage
golfers
drop
in the
was
world,
that?
the
One
captain of
second.
the Ryder Cup. And man, I'll tell you, you
That's
did a
an
good
ouch
job.
moment.
You
One
almost
second, how
came
much of a
back. I
percentage drop
turned
was that?
on. I said,
No, wait, not that.
You know, I sort of turned off. It wasn't looking good. And then
We were
a little while
around
later, I
here.
turned on. I said, you guys might make that would have been the
13%. Oh, not
miracle.
that
What a
bad.
great job. He's respected
I mean,
by
it's a
those
lot. Don't get me
golfers
wrong,
like
it's a lot, but
nobody.
it's not
And
that
I
bad.
just want to compliment you,
All
Keegan.
this because he
That was
didn't get a Nobel
incredible
Prize.
job. Right here, we have a lot
I mean,
of
not
unfriendly
that's not
fake
the main
news
reason.
media.
It's all this because of,
And
of what
he's not
China
used
did.
to that. He's used to getting only good
My bag has
publicity, I
dropped
think,
up
Howard. These are all
70% at one
golfers.
point. Yeah, it
but,
was.
You're some golfer, I'll tell you that, and some leader. Thank you very much. Great job. Thank you, Keegan.
Mr. President, on China.
Yeah, please.
Yes, China, go.
ICE are making arrests, target arrests at courthouses in New York City and around the country. To the
Criminals,
confirmation
they're
of-
arresting criminals. That's right. Yeah, go ahead. I'm happy about it. I want them to arrest criminals. And if you take a look at D.C., a
Exchange
year ago,
crashed, yeah,
D.C. was
everything.
this our great
Just
capital was a
bought
very
big.
unsafe place. You know that. Some of you were mugged.
Some of the best
and
lucky
talk
traders
openly
in the
about
world.
it. Some
were
of the media
unbelievable.
was mugged. But right
Wait,
now,
you
D.C.
didn't
is
do
one
us.
of the safest places in the whole country. The restaurants are booming. They're opening up new restaurants. The restaurants were all closing. Now you can't get into a restaurant. They're opening up new restaurants. It took 12 days for us. We sent in not politically
Thank you for
correct
what, man? I'm just here to
military.
try and calm you guys down, have a
sent
place
them
to
in
get some
based on
news and
merit.
understand what's
we won
going
the
on.
case in the Supreme Court.
Look at the
Everything
huge
now is based on
head
merit.
and
Our
shoulders
country
on
was
the
founded
5-year
on
big
things
condominance
based on
charts.
merit. Like Keegan Bradley's not going to be playing golf
I mean, when
if
you
he
start
wasn't a
looking
great
into the
player.
5-year,
If
you
he
kind of
shoots
like,
lower scores,
it's-
boy,
yeah.
there's no more merit system than
What
that
does
one,
go-
Keegan, right? You're
let's
the-
go down. Let's
if
go back
you
up. Right,
miss
yeah,
a putt,
bigly.
they don't say,
Thank you on
"Oh,
the-
that's okay. Let's
the
take it
48
again,"
short
do
for
they?
120,
No, it's based on
millions.
merit. Everything's based
Forget
on
that
merit.
someone put a
And
$1
we're back to
billion
the merit
short just
system.
before,
And when
before
they
Bitcoin
saw
went down.
that military is all about merit. They're
Someone
big,
made
strong people.
billions
that,
of dollars.
They're patriots too. And you take a look at D.C. and now we're in
Billions
Memphis.
of
and
dollars
Memphis
was made from that
really
short.
crime-ridden. It was
One
terrible.
person made
a lot
billions
of people
of
being
dollars.
killed, and they say in 12 days they can't even believe how much better it is. And it'll take
It's
probably
it's
a month
and that was
over
up to
there,
that
and,
600.
we're heading
600.
to Chicago.
Those are
because
just
we wanna
followers,
save
not
Chicago.
just viewers. My
Do
viewers
you know
are
they
probably
had
over
over
like
4,000
6,000-7,000.
people killed in Chicago over a short.
What happened?
4,000
Donald Trump put a
people.
100%
And I
tariff
have to watch this slob
on
of a
China,
governor
and at the
stand
same
up
time,
and say that,
stopped
well,
various
everything's okay, we've got it
software
under
sales
control.
into
They had 4,000 people
China as
murdered
well. So the markets
over a very short period of time. There's
nuked.
not a city in the world.
Like,
I don't
like,
believe that can
I
claim.
thought-
You know, you hear so much
I
about
thought
different.
at
I won't,
maximum it
you
would
know,
probably go down
embarrass
to the
anybody,
110.
Like by saying Mexico City.
Yo, did it
or by
nuke.
saying
Oh
anywhere in
my god!
Afghanistan.
I think it could.
There's
It
no
was trying to
place
take
like
out
that.
this
And
leverage here.
Then I have to
at
listen
98,
to
to be
the
honest.
mayor who's got a 5% approval rate,
Let's kick
maybe
off the
less.
options. It could do.
He's an incompetent man. And the governor's an
It could do.
incompetent guy. He's a guy that was thrown out of his
Light
family
nuke.
business
They're
like a
like-
dog. And his,
It's
I know his family
small
very
kiloton.
well.
No, not a lot.
And now he's a governor.
Oh
and when
my
I
God.
watch him
Why would you say
trying
the
to
victory
say
of the
that it's
30? I'm
okay, we
going to
have
buy
crime
more.
under
Okay,
control.
I'll give you this reason why,
4,000
right?
people
The
over
last
a
time,
very short period of time.
The last time the VIX spiked
over,
like
I
that
believe it's like 6,
was the yen
7,000
carry
people
trade,
were
and
shot,
that
but
was
didn't die.
here.
But 4,000 people died. And then he gets up and talks
That was the
about
yen carry
how,
trade there.
it's not a problem. Or Portland, Oregon. I mean, every
Did
time I look at that
120%
place, the
move from that
place is
point,
burning down.
right?
There's fires all over the place. When a store owner, there are very few of them left, but when a store owner rebuilds a store, they build it out of plywood, and
120%
they don't
move
put up
would mean it would
storefronts
go
anymore. They
to
just put wood up because they know it's going to be ripped down. And then I
220.
hear how wonderful it is.
Like,
It's
this is
not
what we're
wonderful,
talking
it's
about
a
right now. Do you
disaster.
understand what I mean?
That's almost an insurrection, that place.
That's
So
only if the
we put our
VIX
people
does
in
something
there, and they do the job,
stupid,
and
right?
they've really done the job. And the beautiful thing is we've done it. 12 days we had this place safe, and now it's, I would say,
It is
within a
finished,
month,
bro,
it was beautiful.
or will it drop again
And
drastically
it
when
continues
Asia
to be.
wakes
That
up?
was 3 months ago.
Asia is
I'll
gonna.
tell you, D.C. now is one of the hottest places, just like this country. We were a dead country, and you've heard me say it 100 times. We were a dead
Asia
country.
may.
King of Saudi Arabia said it. Others say the emir of Qatar said it.
Asia might
Many
have
UAE said
a
it.
further problem with
The
what's
leader,
going to be
great
happening
leader,
right now.
UAE, all great leaders. They said effectively the same thing. 1 year ago, we had a dead
That
country.
is
Now we have the hottest
insanity right
country anywhere in the world. I just want to thank everybody, and I want to, in particular, thank AstraZeneca. What a great company you have. What a company you've built. You've been there a long time and done some job. It's an honor to have you. I assume you're going to build, so it's 4.5 billion for a plant. That's a pretty big plant, isn't it? I was going to say, could he make it a little bit more? Well, we have a couple of them where they're going to spend 65 billion on one plant. You know, AI. All I know is it's, AI is based on information. I hope they're right about information. I don't know. You got to make a lot of money there's got to be a lot of information out there, but that seems to be pretty hot.
Yeah,
we have a lot. We're leading the world
Turn
on
Trump down.
information on AI.
How's that? Is that better?
And I want to thank everybody, but in particular, Pascal, thank you very much. It's a great honor. Thank you. Everybody have a good time.
So, look, if I were you, if I was going to do anything on this level, right, and you guys have made some moves and some potential profits from the volatility of what's going on right now, I would lock in as much of that as possible. That's my humble opinion. I would lock in as much of that as I possibly can, because usually when a wick of this magnitude happens, it will eat up at least 50% of that, and 50% sits around 108, right? So, and I would be holding some serious powder at this present moment. That's what I would do. That would be my thing. I would have been trading the absolute crap out of this if I did go on to you guys, but whatever. You guys are all more important to me than a few pennies in my pocket. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. I closed all trades. Yeah, I hope you made money. I wouldn't, like, right now being irrational right now is not the thing to be. You have to be calm and cool headed and go with where you think everything's going to be going. Don't get scared. I'm currently liquidity exit. No, don't think it that way. Love you, man. Don't worry, man. It's not about that. I just want, you know what I mean? Whatever. I go into this space to help out as many people as possible, and this is the situation that where it was. I mean, I was with my family, and I said, look, they need me, so I went up. Literally, like, family's downstairs. I'm here talking to you guys. I made 3K gains. Nice, good, but wow. You're the best hours. No, I don't think, I don't need that kind of stuff. I'm just here to give you guys information, because I know when you go like this, you're frantically searching to try and understand what's going on. And I'm here to calm you guys as much as possible. Wow, but that is unbelievable. You think they're going to be a pullback? Asia might be. Oh, if you're in Zcash and made profit, I would remember rotation of liquidity, right? If there's profits in Zcash, take them. Take them, because there is massive uncertainty at the moment. I have never ever seen a liquidity wipe like this in one go. It's like, I mean, when Luna was crashing, this didn't happen. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. I was there when Luna was crashing, and it was like step by step by step by step, and then everything started to slowly. This is one sweep of liquidity, right? This is the thing. The COVID was one bigger. No, COVID over time. No, COVID was when FTX and Luna happened. You know the Luna coin, Luna to a million. Remember that? But you're right. It was faster this time. This I've not honestly. They took out the longs and shorts. They're coming after the people that longed when this thing dipped. I'm telling you. This ain't over. This ain't over. It is gonna be Chop City. So they are coming for all of the leverages at the moment. All of them. CZ sold. Yeah. CZ and a bunch of other exchanges. Because something like this happening means that it's large market makers that work for big guys, right? Real big money guys. An exchange, and then most of these people work for the exchange, and they all, because it's an algorithmic drop, right? So it all nuked in one go. I've never seen anything like it. If someone says alt season can't happen, it's crazy. Look, if I'm surprised that the VIX hasn't spiked more, you know. I'm surprised it only went to this. So you understand something, right? So you guys understand something, right? This was the yen carry trade. This right now, right? So you understand the magnitude of what the yen carry trade was. This is a black swan. That's what a black swan looks like, right? This is uncertainty. I do like how it hit my level perfectly. No, I'm just sorry. Sorry, I wanted to make you guys laugh a little bit. No, 1 second, right? So, no, so this is the thing that if you guys want to see, you can go here, you can check out what's on the screen. And usually after these massive movements like this, you get enormous rallies, right? Coinbase is still crashed. You can't buy anything. You can't buy, sell, or do anything on that level. Or all of it, or every exchange locks down when something crazy like this happens. It's really annoying. That's why I don't like to keep any money on my exchange. As soon as I seen to Trump, I looked to pardon CZ. I knew it's fishy. Yeah. Something's fishy is going on. Stocks have been overinflated. That's not the reason why this happened. Nobody praises you, so you self-praise it so loud. No one praises it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get the angry guys in right now. This guy knows nothing. He knows nothing. Who's a fool? Who's a fool sitting here in his sky bunker? Do you think that I think 4coin gonna go up after 4coin? Oh, you mean the one in BNB? Actually, what's happening with BNB? Against, I mean, like, just what's happening with BNB? Where's BNB here? What do I have on my list? I mean, it's like wild. It's wild. It's not just BNB. It's just everything. Everything nuked. I learned a painful lesson today. Respect the stop loss. I said it many times. You coping, bruv? Thank you very much, Cryptus. That means a lot. That makes me feel better. Wow. I do like how TRX is that even a movement, bruv? Is that even a pullback, bruv? I'll show you what a pullback is. It moved 5%. I think it's going to continue. Look, these type of movements are bonkers. Gonna say yes to that Burger King interview. Hey man, that's my weekend job. What are you talking about? You want some fries with that? I've been trying to get the voice right. You want some fries with that? You want them fries with that? No, I can't do it. I can't get that voice. It takes years of experience. Soon inflation will be all time. Let's see. I don't want to look at Casper. I've been holding Casper for a long time. Don't make me cry, man. I ain't looking at Casper. These are the moments where I just go, grass. 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 I Iris, how is this even possible? It's just a whole bunch of. This is when exchanges and everything else all dump at the same time. Is market makers dumping like crazy? Do you think a market's going to dip further in Asia? It could do. Right now, I would say what I would be doing. You can do what you want to. It's all up to you. I would, if you're up, if you caught the bottom of these type of moves, I would be at grass. Grass. You can even feel them between your toes today, man. It's one of those go out in your pants, and everyone's like, "Why is there so many people on the? Why is there so many people on like their toes in the grass? What's happening?" And everyone's going, "Ooh, cool air, cool air, deep breaths. Think of Alvarez. Deep breaths. Think of Alvarez." How many influencers are alive now? The moment when you need them most. Only saying, thank you so much, Cryptus. I don't know. I mean, I just came up. I knew the guys would need me. That's all. To me, whatever. To me, whatever. I saw a 70% dip on Bitcoin once, and I was like, "What is my life? What is my life right now?" Right. So yeah, whatever. What time does Asia market open? Asia. Oh my god. Asia opens in 1 hour and 25 minutes. And as much take profit from this, correct. Yeah, just take I would take profits. Although it's recovering dramatically well, don't get me wrong. It's really good recovery that Bitcoin is doing, but they are gonna come for this wick. I'm telling you. Steven XRP legendary dips. Honestly, it feels a way to manipulate and control. If anything, this will bring fear to the new people who join crypto since Trump got elected, and will definitely cause a massive downside in the near future. Who is saying staying up for Asia? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, possibility. Can you explain why ETH gas fees skyrocketed as well? Was 500 to repay RV? Is because when things like this get all crazy and everyone's using it at the same time to take money out, it's whoever pays the most goes to the front of the line with ETH. That's the problem. If you want speed, you pay for it on ETH. This is absolutely insane. It is insane what's just happened. It is insane what's just happened. And man, I am so tempted to buy. It is good for gold. My God, honestly, though they have always been manipulating. They don't care if they get scared from the market. It's all a bit. This is only institutional moves, by the way. Institutions are doing this. Institutions will sell like this, right? When they see a potential downturn in the market. GG is now talking about BNB. Fantastic. Okay, great. Oh God, I was in the conversation with him today on the phone. About various things and my fat cat and stuff like that. And he was like, "Oh, CZ's about to go live and all this kind of stuff." But I bet he didn't expect this to happen. I don't think anyone expected this to happen. It's unbelievable. Just wonder what Calvin is about. Like take profits on everything, stocks and crypto. No, I mean no. I'm just talking about if you've caught this movement. If say you bought here and you're up here, I would be careful. I would be careful. All the influencers who were showing off their multi-million-dollar trades will be hiding their kids. Oh man, this is the thing, man. Like if you have like Red Sea Drifter. I don't usually like talking like this, but I have crypto assets at that level as well, right? I don't want to say anything on too much of it, but I would never hold a leverage of that amount and be up that much and not take profits. That would be stupid. This is the thing. He goes up just as fast as it goes down. It works both ways. Yeah. I put 3x long. Lamar, man. You know, I don't know how to say it, but I think I've made a monster out of you, and you're young as well, man. You're gonna be rolling in that stuff. Just make sure you put away long term yieldings. You know, I can't give you advice or anything on that. It's just my opinion, but I'm just saying. Play on all long term, short term, high, you know, you know, high risk, low risk, diversify. That's what I was saying to my friend a while. Yeah, Coinbase crash. You still can't buy anything. No. They're not going to do it until this volatility goes crazy. Just imagine when people start taking their money out. That's all I'm going to say. Who's Lamar? I look at chat and don't see him. He's not on the. He's on the tickety talk. He's been here from the very beginning. I just bought on Coinbase. Okay, cool. I just bought. Good. It's opening up. It means that they're opening up. Even they will be like, what? It genuinely feels like it could be that BlackRock just pressed the button accidentally as well. This also gives me BlackRock vibes, right? It really does give me BlackRock vibes. There is someone that is holding a gargantuan amount or this could be a play to get Bitcoin at a lower level. I'm telling you, because look, if we get the VIX start spiking, and it could do, honestly, it could do, because one thing you guys didn't hear and you didn't listen to is when Donald Trump said, when someone asked, is there anything else on the table that you can use against against China? He was like, oh, we have a lot more, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. I'll tell you this, right? I'll say this to you, right? If VIX gets around this 48 level here, if this spikes around here, I am buying everything. Look at the chart of Casper. Do I want to look at the chart of Casper? Let's look at the chart of Casper. I thought, why do I really want to look at this? Oh my god. Cass is bad, right? Okay, look. Cass is pretty bad, but my favorite is File. Oh, File's recovered a little bit. My favorite was File. Look at that. No. See, look, this is the thing with File, right? This is it. I'm like, wow, that's bad. But if you zoom out, you're like, bruh. Like, that must be the floor. I didn't like, that is what people in Filecoin are holding. Like, that's where, that's it. That's where it is. Why are you so happy? I'm a happy guy. I've gone through this stuff so many times, it doesn't affect me. I know where this market is going eventually, so it's fine. When there's excess liquidity, or these will be some of the best buying opportunities of your life. Yeah, frozen, man. Look at Filecoin. Look at that. Well, kind of so much inflation is the worst investment. Forget inflation, man. No, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. I know you're hungry, but I'm just saying. Look at that. It literally went to the bottom. Like I don't think there's any more downside the Filecoin can get unless Filecoin themselves sell. You think there's going to be a pullback now the prices went up? I would say so. Look, I mean, if any of you guys follow what I do or I hear, you guys should definitely come to my lives as many times as possible. I also teach about what I see and what experience I have in this market, right? And some of the people have seen it live as I was talking today. Man, I'm glad I took that profit on that leverage long. Jeez. But what usually happens is that when you see a wick of this standard, and in about an hour this wick is going to close, it usually pulls back to 50% of that level. And the thing is, the higher this goes up, the worse it's going to get, right? So I would say depending on where it recovers, around the 108 levels could be an area that it could tap again. Yo, what's up, Alvarez? I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Do you think they will dump more, and is it a real fuel for the alts? I mean, genuinely. Like, I'm being serious, genuinely. Like, I think that people thinking this is the end, I will be sorely mistaken. Like, because this is the question you need to ask yourself. This, right? This is the question. And remember, look, these are the same things I told you guys. And then I'm gonna head off because I really need to be with my family, right? Like I dropped them. I just wanted to come on to say, give you guys as much help and support as possible. But remember this. Remember this, and I will say the same thing over and over and over and over again for everyone, right? Is that if Donald Trump didn't do that tweet, would we be in the position we are now? Would this dip have happened? And if you can't answer that question and say, yes, 100% that would have happened now, then you know that the moment that this thing reverses, the whole market is going to go to a different universe. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. This candle was the moment he said that the tariffs on China were, and all tariffs were 90-day pause. And then we proceeded to have a 65% run on Bitcoin alone. All right? That's it. All right, guys. I will say this. It's very similar to S&P, but a bit easier to, much easier to manipulate. S&P 500 is 100 times the size of the cryptocurrency market cap and market. Well, it's probably not exactly, but you know what I mean. It's multiple times bigger. All right, guys. Look, love, affection, everything else. Make sure you follow. Make sure you check out these as well. Make sure you come to my live 7:30 every night, and I go through all these type of things. But wow, this was incredible. All right. If you guys need anything else, more conversation, you can go to the links in the bio and everything else, and learn by Alvarez, and you can go and talk to people there, and you guys can have a chat. It's a safe space in my place. There's no negative conversations there. Everyone's there to help. All right, fantastic, guys. Good. I hope I helped a little bit and calmed you guys a little bit down. Don't worry, I don't think this is the end. I think there might be some more pullback into certain levels, especially when Asia comes. But eventually, I think this thing is going to go absolutely crazy. But wow. All right, love, affection. I'll catch you guys later. All right, take care. Peace. All right, guys, I'm going to be with you as well. I'm going to share this off. A lot of love. Catch you guys later. All the links are in the bio. You can check them out and you can go from there.